All right, Nike, what you got for random, man?
My random is a thing called plantation syndrome.
Mm. What is that,
And
Nike? Please elaborate.
plantation syndrome is a thing that unfortunately some of our people are afflicted with it. And sometimes, they people don't even know that they have it.
Mm.
And when I say plantation syndrome, uh, is that just like on a plantation, you have uh, you have black people that are in different positions or different classes, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so the black people that are work in the house in the plantation
Hmm.
think they're better than the people that work in the field in the plantation.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I think that, and I hate to say this, I think that sometimes our people suffer from that same kind of mentality, not realizing that it doesn't matter how much money you make or where
Absolutely.
you live
Mm.
or what job you have or how your what your lot in life is.
Right.
This country still sees you one
Exactly.
way.
That's right. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
country sees you as a black American or an African American.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the thing about it that I think that sometimes I don't understand is we
That's
always
right. Yeah.
bend
Uh,
this
yeah.
country sees you as a black American. We always bend ourselves into knots,
Mm.
trying to assimilate or trying to not stir up the pot,
Hmm.
trying to not make anybody mad at us, or try to make sure that we aren't seen as being, racist or. But the thing is, like, first of all, we can't be racist because we don't control the racist system.
Hmm.
That's first of all, and second of all, like we have to learn that if it okay if your lot in life is a little bit better than mine, why not pull me up with you? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Why not? But instead, in a lot of cases, you have people that are like, think they're better, and
Mm.
then like I can't pull that brother up. He ain't coming
Right.
up here
Right.
embarrassing me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that is a thing that we have to, in my opinion, before we can unite,
Mm.
we have to we have to we have to get rid of this plantation syndrome that our people are being afflicted by. You know what I'm saying? We have to
Yeah.
get everybody on the same page.
Right. It's almost like not realizing that we're in this thing together.
Right.
Is no matter,
Right.
because like you said, no matter what you do, no matter what your lot in life is, you're still, when you strip
Still a
all that
brother, but
away,
you still a sister.
you still, right, exactly, you still black. And as
Right.
you said before and always say, no matter where you are in this world, you still black. No matter
Right.
what.
No matter
You
where you
know,
go, no matter
yeah,
what you do,
you still
you
black,
still
right?
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know what, like the unfortunate part with that though is that I think you're gonna always have that. You're gonna all not everybody is gonna agree on anything, and I think that
It's not about
we're built
agreeing
that
though.
way. No, I mean, but again, when you talk about some people not wanting to stir the pot or not be viewed a certain way, some people just want to go along to get along. They just, and I think that's gonna always be the case.
I'll give you a perfect example. So I'm in the store,
Hmm.
and a lot of times when like if we go into a store or something like that, and I can sit down, I'm gonna go have a seat, and my wife is gonna go and do her little thing, whatever.
Right.
So I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at a video, and I'm looking at a video that has something to do about us. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like empowerment.
Right.
So my wife was like, she's like, you can't be like listening to that stuff. You see where we at? You gonna be offending these people? I was like, I don't care nothing about these people. and they should be offended if or if they are offended, then I got they're not in the right state of mind anyway. You know what
Right.
I mean? So they
Right.
probably is the one that need to hear. I don't even remember what I was listening to,
Right.
but
Right.
I'm like, they're probably the ones that need to hear this. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is a lot of people, and I'm not saying that about her. You
Yeah.
know
I
what I mean?
understand. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm what I'm saying is like a lot of people are always concerned about what the other folks are going to think about us.
Well, but even with
You
that
know
though,
what I
like
mean?
I do. But the other side of that is that to a certain extent, we we have to come together and have certain things that we all, we all put things to the side. We all put things to the side when we're in, as we talked about before, when we're in the public square. I can't if I want to let me finish this one. If I hate a certain group of people, hate them, I can't very well go out and when I see them in the street, talk about how much I hate them. So when I'm out amongst the masses, I have to tuck that to the side.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be hating anybody.
No, no, no.
That's
I know, but
first.
but my point
And
is
and I
that
don't hate anybody.
no, no, no. But what I'm saying, Nike, is uh we all tuck our passions to the sides to a certain extent, not to offend other people. Is what I'm getting at. We all do things not to offend other people,
But
right?
why would other people be offended by something that is truthful or something that is, you know, if I'm looking at something that has something to do with my culture,
Right,
I'm not concerned if they get offended. You
right.
get what I'm saying? Like
I do.
I'm not trying to appease them.
Right,
I'm
because it's
trying
your
to
truth.
I'm trying to get my knowledge right. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
it's your truth. Right now, what about the Nazi then? Hear me out. What about the Nazi that's sitting there saying that his truth is that his family had a rough lot in life because the Jewish people came and took all the jobs or whatever, and now he hates Jews, so he's listening to this video saying that Jewish people or whatever. You can plug
But
any.
the different
Let,
let
let
me
me,
tell you
let,
what the
let,
difference
let
is.
me finish this
Go
though.
ahead.
You can plug any black or brown or minority group in there that's used as a scapegoat. You could plug them in, and there's always somebody there saying things are happening as a result of them doing better. So
Yeah, but
again,
let me tell you why that's bullshit, right? You sound like one of those conservatives. Like
mm,
that's what they be saying. Well, why can't I say this? Or why can't because the difference is if I'm looking at something or if I'm saying something or if I'm reading something, it
right,
has nothing to do with hate. That's first of all. It has nothing to do with hate. And
right,
second of all, it it's a truth. It is a fact it is a a thing that's based in fact and truth,
mm,
right?
mm,
So
mhm,
I'm not going to go out there and say, yeah, well, I hate white people or
right,
I hate Asians or I hate
right,
Jews or I hate. No, I don't hate anybody,
right,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah. No, I get
just
that.
just like our history, just like
Mm,
when we review our history, they have a problem with it because it brings forth a lot of honesty about
mm, mhm.
things in the past,
Right, that
and
they did, yeah.
it gives relevance to things that are happening right now.
Mhm, mhm,
So when they say, oh well, why are these people acting this way or why
mhm.
are these people doing that, then if it's up to us to know the knowledge of our history to be able to answer those type of questions.
Right, right.
You get what
Yeah,
I'm
and
saying? So
I do, and again, and I understand, and you're right. If it's not, if it's not negative and putting another group down, then you're right. They shouldn't. All what I was trying to get across is that we all we all subdue our passions to a certain extent when we meet in the middle. But I agree with you. Certain things
but
in
that's I guess
history.
that's my point. Should we?
Well, no, 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 no. Not when it comes to things like that. History is history. No, no,
Should
no.
we? All right. So I guess this is another question. Should we have to be any less blacker than we are in order to take care of our family or
No,
in order to be a contributing member of society?
no, 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 no. Again, if you're watching something talking about history and they're talking about, something that's a historical fact, yeah, no, that all bets are off.
Right.
History is what it is.
It
There's
is
no
what it
one
is.
should be
Right.
offended by anything like that. And
But
I understand what you're saying.
that's the whole problem with the CRT and all that. They're offended by their own
Oh yeah, I
history.
agree with that. Oh yeah, I agree with that. That whole thing right there is a bunch of nonsense. Um, you know, but again, where you started off though, you put in the same bucket people you said that don't want to rock the boat, and I came back with some people or a lot of people want to just go along to get along. I don't think those things are the same. Someone who says, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to take care of my family, and I'm not quote unquote involved. That's not the same as a person that that's not the same as a person that's saying that's going to maybe offend somebody because they're watching something historic. Those are two different. I think those are two different scenarios. You know what I mean? I
Well,
just think those are
have you
different.
ever heard the saying? Have you ever heard the saying? People who won't stand up for any no,
Fall for
pe-
anything,
what
stand
is
for
it?
something, fall for
Uh,
anything. People that
yeah,
don't,
if
if
you
you
don't
don't stand for
stand for
something,
something, you'll fall for anything.
right, right. Yeah, I have heard that
So
before.
so I'm not saying you have to try to be out here in the streets protesting and marching. Well, I'm not saying that you have to be, you know, out, you know, raising awareness about anything. But there is a point where you can't just be on the sidelines.
Well, but if what if you stand on just raising your family and providing for your family? I mean, that's a part of the thing too. We talk about that all the time. How people not being involved with raising their kids or not being involved with raising their sons. What if what you stand for first and foremost is just focusing on what's happening in your home? You know, you know what I mean? And
I
like you said, go ahead.
I hear that. I hear that.
You
I
know,
just don't know in this day and age if that's acceptable anymore. Just for the simple fact that if I'm out here every day, you know, doing what I can to make a difference. And I see other people that are out there doing what they need to do to make a difference.
right,
And let's say we get out here and we do start to make a difference. Well,
right,
we're not just making a difference for us,
absolutely,
we're making a difference for that person that's sitting home too.
correct, correct.
But they didn't do nothing, like
Well, see,
let's
but
say I had for some odd reason, let's say for some odd reason, you know, one of us had to die for this cause.
mm-hmm.
We dying for somebody that don't give a shit. They said, "Well, I got my family. You ain't got me be
No,
involved
see,
with
but
that."
but but Nike, but let me
You know
ask you
what I'm
this thing.
saying?
I do, but what
It
if
should be an all
everybody?
for
No,
one
no, listen to
scenario.
this though. Listen to this. What if everybody said? What if all of us said, "I'm going to make sure that my family is tight and my family is educated and my family is good. My kid won't be running in the street. My kid won't be out there shooting, involved with any of the nonsense." What if everybody did that? Then we'd be
Hey,
okay, all right?
if everybody did that,
Yeah.
that's what I said. It's a all for one situation we in right now. So if,
Well,
like
see,
you
but
said, if wait, let me finish.
okay,
If all of our black families did that, and they said, "Oh, I'm straightening up my house, or
right,
I'm making sure my kids is this, and
right,
I'm making sure my what," then we wouldn't have a problem because it's an all
right.
for one situation.
Exactly. So again, so my point is that going back to my last statement, the person that I don't think there's anything negative with the person that's choosing to focus on their family and raise their family the right way first. Now, I don't mean don't vote or don't participate in this society at all. I don't mean that. I don't think that we should sit back and not vote or
Well,
not
that's what I'm
participate at
saying.
all. I mean, see, but the person that chooses to focus in on providing for their family and raising their family, make sure the daughters and the sons are, like I said, not out there causing havoc. Earlier, you said you don't think there's a place that they can do that now. But if everyone did that, like you said, we wouldn't have a
Yeah,
problem.
that's a big if though. If my aunt had balls, she'd be
It is a big
it,
if, but
it,
my point, but the point is that if the person that chooses to do that, I don't think that's a negative. that person is playing a role also, is what I'm getting at. That person that focuses.
It's not a negative, but it's not a positive because it's not help. If you're not helping the fight,
It is helping to fight,
then
like
you're
you
not
said, but
helping. If you, huh?
but you just said if everybody did that, if everyone did that, we wouldn't have a problem. So if you can, like, if you can snap your fingers and force and make everybody do that, focus on making sure their family is tight and not out there causing problems, you would do it because, like you said, if everyone did that, we'd be at a different place, right?
Right, but you're still back to you're actually proving my point for me. If everybody see the key word is everybody.
Right,
That's why I said it's a all or one or nothing. It's an all for one situation.
right,
You get what I'm
right,
saying? So if all of us raise our family and did what we then right, we wouldn't even have no problem. We wouldn't
true,
have no issue. But
right,
that's not where we are.
right,
So where we are realistically is we have a high crime rate in our neighborhoods. We got a high violence rate in our neighborhoods. We got a high gun usage and
right,
violence and shootings in our neighborhoods.
mhm,
We got people out here who can't eat. We got
right,
people out here that don't have nowhere to stay. We got people out here on drugs.
absolutely,
So it's that's a when I say that's a big if,
mm,
like to have
mhm,
everybody's family. Yeah, that's the goal.
right,
But
yeah,
if you're not helping your people get to that goal, that's what I'm saying. Like then sometimes when things get a little backed up or things get a little uh shit start hitting the fan,
mhm,
you might have to help your
more,
fellow
yeah,
man out. You know
right,
what I'm saying? You might
yeah,
have to help your brother out.
I,
I
you
know
know,
you raising your family, but back in the day,
the village,
if a
right,
kid couldn't eat, back in the day, if a kid couldn't eat in my neighborhood, they could come over my crib and eat. It was a
right.
whole bunch of people came over my crib to eat. My
The only
grandma, she
thing I'm
was
trying
like,
to get at, all I'm saying though, all I'm saying, and I'm not saying that I disagree with you, Nike. Don't misconstrue this. All I'm saying it is not a negative on that person. That I don't view it as a negative on that person that's keeping their head down, working on their family, raising productive citizens. Their kids are out there being productive and not causing havoc, and that person chooses to focus on that. I don't view that as a negative. That's all I'm saying. But
I don't view it as a negative, but I don't view it
as
as helping our community. And,
oh,
and like, yes, I do. Now I can't say that.
right,
It is
right,
helping our community,
right.
but it's not. It's
You could do
helping.
more. You could do more.
You could do more.
You could do
That's
more.
that's that's my point. That's
Nice.
all I'm saying.
Agree. I
That's
got
all
you.
I'm point.
I got.
All
Yo,
right.
that was a good random night. That was a
Yeah.